Good afternoon. It is Monday, I take that back, Tuesday, December 30th, and we're back out here in Old Faithful in my dad's blind. It's been a pretty uneventful past couple of days. We made 2 sits out on a WMA and we did not see anything, even though we saw quite a bit of sign out there, a bunch of scrapes and rubs. We did not see any deer. I think we were kind of close. This is a terrain varies at this property. Let's just leave it at that. And heard a guy shot. He's probably 250 yards away from here. So I think we were close. It's the first 2 sits I've ever made out there. So we'll be back. Made a sit yesterday afternoon or midday to late afternoon out at the new permission piece property in the heart-shaped plot. Very disappointing sit. We saw one little small buck kind of back off in the woods, but nothing came in the plot. We sat out there yesterday from about 10:45 to dark, which is about 5:10, 5:15 or so, was the end of legal. And that little buck, about an hour before the end of legal, was the only deer we saw. We are, like I said, back out here at Old Faithful. We made a sit out here this morning. Another very uneventful sit. We sat till about 10 o'clock and we did not see a single deer. However, yesterday afternoon when I was out at the new permission piece property, Dad was in this blind and had an encounter with a crooked brow buck. That is basically our main target that is left. We have that buck out here, and then we have that old looking 7-point out at the new permission piece property, and those are about the only 2 mature bucks that we seem to have. We have a whole lot of corn out here. This is probably the best our corn has done out at this property in quite some time. So it is cold. It is about 35 degrees, and that is the high for today. We have a north wind that has now turned into a west wind going about 7-10 miles an hour. We gave the old scent stick a little dip in the doe and estrus and hung it out the window, so you never know. We'll see if that helps us out today or not, kind of like the old school days we used to do when I was a kid. So it brings back some memories and some good memories out here. It's been pretty slow out here. Like I said, previously the solar farm has come in. They have leased it out to the solar company. The 1,300 acres to our northeast is basically all cleared now. That used to be a thicket, and it is now going to be a solar farm. So it has definitely changed the deer movement. However, yesterday Dad was in a pile of deer. He saw maybe 10 or 12 different does and fawns, a couple of small bucks, and then had the crooked brow buck come in. 10 years ago to the day, I harvested a 7-point with similar brow tines, not quite as crooked, but strong brow tines, but they were a little crooked. So maybe magic will strike twice today on December 30th. So we're going to get quiet. We're going to hope we get to see that buck today. He is a good looking buck. We'd love to see him in person. Dad said he did not really come out of the tree line. He just popped out for just a second, munched on some of the rye we had back out in front of us, and then got right back off in the timber. He didn't even look at the does. So he crossed their scent line. I knew they were probably not close yet, and so he kind of just went off about his business. Hopefully he does the same thing today, and we're going to try to be ready for him. We're going to sit back, get quiet, and whatever we see today, hopefully we'll see something, and we'll make sure you see it as well. All right, as you can see there, we had some action around 3 o'clock. We had a group of doe and doe fawns come out. Thought we were going to be in chips there for a second. They kind of worked over to my east through the backwards L food plot. Not sure exactly where they went. We had a doe fawn kind of hang out by itself for a little bit, so I wonder where the mother went to that deer, or if the deer's mom's locked down with a big buck or something of that nature. But he finally worked back off into the timber too. We got about an hour and 10 minutes left of legal here. Once again, whatever we see, we'll make sure you see if we see anything at all. But as always, thanks for sticking with me and tuning in. I'm kind of in disbelief right now. I was, just did my closing interview with a little over an hour left to go here, and was kind of just, to be honest with you, just downright disappointed in seeing that group of does and fawns come out. There's about 6, 7 of them or so that kind of came out around 3 o'clock and kind of worked off to my east, and nothing was with them. They didn't stay out for very long. I kind of thought that was going to be my only opportunity for the day. We're kind of looking around and went ahead and started packing up a few things. And sure enough, I kind of just look up over to my west, which, we just haven't had the deer come from that side of the property this year. But I know there wasn't a, initial reaction. If he doesn't, drop in front of you, I don't ever get too excited. I've kind of been there, done that, and don't want to do that. So we're gonna get this video recorded. We're gonna watch it and make a few phone calls, and then we'll find you back out on the field. All right, guys, well, here he is. He went about maybe 45 yards into the timber. We put a pretty good shot on him. Like I was saying in the interview, around 4 o'clock or so, I pretty much had written today off. I had that group of does and doe fawns come out, about maybe 6, 7 different deer, and I was kind of hoping that something would be there with them, but they went back off into the timber and nothing else showed up. I'd even started packing some stuff up and getting ready and started looking at Onyx for where I was going to hunt tomorrow. I happened to look down the old bunny tunnel, and sure enough, I saw 2 doe coming out, and then back off into maybe 30 yards or so, I could see him hitting a scrape back behind him. Got the gun ready, got the camera on him pretty good. Whenever I was opening the window, I thought for sure he pegged me. We had a little stare down there for about 10-15 seconds or so, and then he put his head down and started following the doe again, and got right in front of our vine scrape. Got the camera on him, got the gun on him, and pulled the trigger. And then here he is. It's been a tough season, that is for sure. I know I feel like I say that every year, but tough for different reasons. I'm just happy to be behind this deer right now. This place out here, like I always say, has been very special to us. We don't have any history with this deer. I don't think I have a single trail cam photo of this deer. It just goes to show you grind it out all year long. On any given day, you never know what's going to show up. And as always, I'm just happy to be out here enjoying God's creation, enjoying something that I love. I'm thankful for my family, my father, my wonderful wife giving me the opportunity to hunt as much as I do, because I know I need a lot of sits to be able to get it done, so that's for sure. Just once again, guys, thanks for sticking with me all year long, following along. I know it's not typical what you see, like we chase after certain deer. We would love to be able to do that, but that's just not what we have here in these woods.